the official University of the Free State merchandise shop at the Takaning Bridge on the Bloemfontein campus and at the Student Media Building on the Qwaqwa campus. Browse through a wide range of gifts, accessories, stationery, and clothing. Be a proud UFS alumnus and wear the brand. Koffsigear Bloemfontein will extend its trading hours during the December graduation ceremonies and will operate from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Koffsigear, live the brand.
Graduandi. After several years of hard work and dedication, you have earned your qualification from the University of the Free State. It is a privilege to welcome you, your family and friends to this occasion. In order to maintain the dignity of the program, you are requested to take note of the following. All graduandi and guests are to rise when the procession enters the hall. Kindly activate the silent option and avoid making loud exclamations such as whistling so as not to disturb proceedings. We ask that you please remain seated for the duration of the ceremony and avoid taking photos or videos, as an official photographer and videographer have been contracted by the UFS. At the end of the ceremony, following the singing of the national anthem, please remain standing until the Chancellor has dissolved the congregation and the main procession has left the hall. We thank you for your cooperation and hope that you will enjoy this special event with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Summer Graduations 2019. You're excited to be here? Yeah, we are very excited to have you here this afternoon. My name is Gerben van die Kerk, and it's my great honor to do the welcoming for this afternoon. Now, what we usually do is we do a little bit of research because that's what the university is about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you a question. And if you agree with that or you agree with the statement, I'm just going to ask you to clap your hands. Is that cool with everyone? Lekker. So let's start off. Who is excited to be here? Okay. More excitement on this side than this side, I seem. Okay, cool. Usually I get a big response from the siblings. Who is surprised to be here? No siblings? Well, one or two over there. Okay, cool. And lastly, who's proud to be here? And we are very proud to have you and our graduates here this afternoon. Just a couple of announcements, if you don't mind. Access to the Kali Himan is strictly for ticket holders. If somebody can't make it here this afternoon, they can follow all the proceedings. It is available at livestream.ufs.ac.za. Children under the age of 10 or husbands should be accompanied by an adult and must be strictly monitored to prevent disturbances to the program. Special seats are allocated towards the back for that very specific reason. Now, the university makes use of official photographers. They are here today inside and outside of the Kali Himan. There are some freelance photographers outside. Unfortunately, the university cannot guarantee the quality. Please be very careful. Please stand as the processions enter the hall and remain standing until the congregation has been constituted. Avoid moving around during the ceremony. Please keep your cell phones on silent. And then also today is a time to celebrate the achievements of each of the graduates. And it's cool to cheer for all of them. But please make it short so we can hear the name of the next graduate. Now, on behalf of the University of the Free State, good afternoon and welcome to Graduations 2019.
Congratulations to all Kovsie graduates. Live the brand with Kovsie Gear, the official University of the Free State merchandise shop at the Takaming Bridge on the Bloemfontein campus and at the Student Media Building on the Qwaqwa campus. Browse through a wide range of gifts, accessories, stationery, and clothing. Be a proud UFS alumnus and wear the brand. Kovsie Gear Bloemfontein will extend its trading hours during the December graduation ceremonies and will operate from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Kovsie Gear, live the brand.
Graduandi, after several years of hard work and dedication, you have earned your qualification from the University of the Free State. It is a privilege to welcome you, your family and friends to this occasion. In order to maintain the dignity of the program, you are requested to take note of the following. All graduandi and guests are to rise when the procession enters the hall. Kindly activate the silent option and avoid making loud exclamations such as whistling so as not to disturb proceedings. We ask that you please remain seated for the duration of the ceremony and avoid taking photos or videos, as an official photographer and videographer have been contracted by the UFS. At the end of the ceremony, following the singing of the national anthem, please remain standing until the Chancellor has dissolved the congregation and the main procession has left the hall. We thank you for your cooperation and hope that you will enjoy this special event with us.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. By virtue of the power vested in me as Rector and Vice-Chancellor, I hereby constitute this congregation of the University of the Free State for the awarding of certificates and diplomas in open distance learning. I therefore award certificates and diplomas to all the candidates that will be presented to this congregation. In addition, I hereby award certificates and diplomas to those whose names appear in the program, but who are not present here today. You may be seated. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to this, what I would call the joyous event. It's an event of celebration, celebration of achievements achieved by your loved ones. And I often at these ceremonies indicate that these events are not supposed to be church services. It's events that is celebratory of nature, and it should be joyous. And that is the atmosphere that I hope we will be seeing and be feeling during the course of this afternoon. But as I welcome you, there are a couple of specific people that I also would like to mention by name that are here with us in the audience today. And most of them will be on the platform party or form part of the platform party this afternoon. I first would like to welcome the Vice Rector, Institutional Change, Student Affairs and Community Engagement, Professor Puleng Kabula, who would also be the Program Director. So welcome to you, Puleng. Then our guest speaker, Dr. Whitty Green. Welcome, Dr. Green, for being here this afternoon. And Dr. Green will be formally introduced a little bit later by the Program Director. We have within our midst the Acting Registrar, Mr. Anwar Naidu. We also have the Campus Principal of the South Campus, Professor Daniela Kutsia. The Campus Principal for Kwakwa Campus, I haven't seen him here earlier, but Dr. Martin Mandu. We also have a representative for the Convocation, Dr. Peter de Toy. Then we have representatives from our various faculties. We have got the representative from our Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences, Dr. Nico Keiser. The representative for Education, Professor Patrick Mafora. The representative for Health Sciences, Professor Natalian Mafolu. The representative for Humanities, Dr. Chitwa Chwala. The representative for Law, Advocate Shirley Highland. The representative for the Faculty of Natural and Agricultural Sciences, Mr. Louis Legranchi. And then we also have the Dean of Students, Mr. Pura Mogolombani, in our midst. The representative for the Faculty of Theology and Religion, Professor Antua Letsotsa. And then we also have the SRC President, Mr. Kagetu Gleku, in our midst. I think we can give them all a hand of applause. Now, coming back to the audience and specifically our guest of honor this afternoon, I think for many of us in the audience, and specifically those that will get diplomas later on and certificates this afternoon, culminate a period of what I think really hard work. and a lot of sacrifices. Sacrifices that's not only financial, some of those sacrifices are also emotional. And for many of you, you probably are representing the first in your family that will receive a qualification. And I think that hard work and that achievement, we can give them a hand of applause. Now, I will give you later on a congratulatory message, but I think in this part of my welcoming address, I would like to state that at the University of the Free State, we would not like only to confer a qualification. We would like to believe that we develop the student to its fullest. And that means is that when our students and our graduates go out there, that they go out there not only with technical knowledge, but they go out there with a set of values. A set of values that hopefully will set them apart from other graduates that were graduating from other universities. And often the three values that I share with our audience during graduation ceremonies is the value of critical inquiry, which hopefully you have experienced during your engagement with our university. Critical inquiry is to question what you learn, what you read, what you study, and not only just merely accept that as a given fact. That is where critical inquiry would come in. And specifically for yourself with your qualifications this afternoon, as you engage in your classrooms, is to also instill and impart that specific value to the learners in the classroom. The other value is for me the value of social responsiveness and service. And by default, you actually are already doing that. But I believe to be able to make sure that we build a very solid, a moral society, it's important for all of us to always have that specific value close to our heart. And the last value that in a country such as South Africa, but also not only in South Africa, you also find other countries on the continent, in other countries in the globe, is the value of integrity. What I stand for, what I represent, who am I, and what impact what I do and how I do that would make on the world and the society out there. So I believe with those three values that we would like to add to the technical content that you have received, specifically through the University of the Free State and through the South Campus of the University of the Free State. I would like to once again congratulate you on your achievement, and I hope that all of us will celebrate that achievement with you this afternoon. Welcome again. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Are you not happy? Good afternoon. I actually needed to hear you celebrate in a celebratory mood, and when I heard good afternoon, I got worried. Good afternoon. Thank you very much. Professor Peterson, for reminding the graduates, the families, and all in attendance of the value of higher education. I thought I just wanted to take from what you said and remind the graduates, but also those of us in attendance, that graduations are quite exciting moments when we celebrate the beginning, but also the ending of what we started. So many of you, when you enrolled to the University of the Free State, it was with this passion to acquire for yourself some knowledge that you thought would be relevant for society, but also for yourself. And as you did that, there were memories that were fond, but there were also struggles as you were pursuing what you wanted to do. So I hear Professor Peterson reminding you that today is a milestone, is an important date that marks the accomplishments that you have made as part of the graduation. Mine is not to repeat what the Vice Chancellor has said. It was just to lift up some of the salient message that he has sent. I'd like to remind you, just to make this a really, truly celebratory, beautiful moment, that we take cognizance of the fact that the university makes use of photographers who are present in the buildings, outside the building. However, areas on campus have been allocated to a number of freelance photographers for the purposes of photographing graduates. These photographers are not accredited by the university, and the university has no control over the quality of their photographs. It therefore means you should at least consent in your own regard if you want the photographs. We also want to alert those who arrived after the pre-ceremony announcements to look and refer to bottom page 2 of your program. And today is a time to celebrate the achievements of each graduate. Hearing the full names of each student being announced is very important for everyone. And we therefore request as the university that you make each graduate's moment a truly wonderful moment by ensuring that we limit the loud cheers and exclamations, make them short enough that the announcement of the next student is heard. But we also strive to conduct graduation ceremonies in a dignified manner and ask you to refrain from leaving the hall before the end of the proceedings to avoid disturbing the ceremonies. You are asked to please, we understand that some of you run your businesses in the palm of your hands or do work in the palm of your hands through your technological devices. We understand we're in the context of the 4th Industrial Revolution. However, we request that as we use our phones, we keep them in silent. We ensure that those who are sitting next to us enjoy the ceremonies and that the event is with the dignity that we have to conduct. But I'm also elated to be given the opportunity to introduce our guest speaker this afternoon. Our guest speaker is Dr. Whitfield Green. He is currently the Chief Director of Teaching, Learning, Research Development in the South African Department of Higher Education, Science and Technology, where he leads various aspects aimed at improving education at all levels. He holds a Bachelor of Science, Higher Diploma in Education, Bachelor of Education Honors, and Masters of Education, all from the University of Natal, KwaZulu-Natal, and a PhD from Stellenbosch University. So for you, the graduates, you will understand that you're being invited to even thinking about better heights as you celebrate today's accomplishments. Dr. Green was formerly a school teacher, a lecturer at a teacher training college, and a university academic. I'm delighted to please request you, Dr. Whitty Green, to address us. My name is Buleng Linkabula. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Buleng. Professor Peterson, Vice-Chancellor of the University of the Free State, the staff of the University of the Free State, honored graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you very much for the invitation to address such a prestigious gathering today. It is really a great honor for me. It is also a great privilege to be in a room surrounded by teachers, working at all levels of the education system. The passion for education is tangible in this room. Evidence is the dedication that you have shown in investing in your own learning and in achieving the milestone that we celebrate today. Once a teacher, always a teacher. That's my belief. Even though one's career pathway may take one through and beyond the classroom. While my own career in education and many other educators traverse a range of education spaces, including classrooms, lecture rooms, and boardrooms, the greatest satisfaction in all these spaces is the interaction that they've allowed with people and the opportunities that they have availed to make some contribution to the growth and the development of others. Teaching is a service profession. We teach so that others may grow and develop to their full potential. Self-improvement is an important enabler in our work to empower others. As teachers, we are tasked to be lifelong learners. Your commitment to your own learning through undertaking programs such as the National Professional Diploma in Education and the Advanced Certificate in Teaching is to be applauded. It's not easy to balance commitment to a teaching role and to a study role at the same time, especially given the sometimes difficult conditions under which teaching is expected to take place. Your presence here today is an indication that you've been able to successfully balance these roles, and we heartily congratulate you for doing so. I'm sure that many of you will go even further in your study journeys, and I'm sure that there are a good many future doctoral graduates sitting in the audience today. The renowned Brazilian pedagogue and philosopher, Paulo Freire, exhorts us as teachers to read the word, but more importantly, to read the world, and to develop that ability in those we teach. We have to be aware of the waves of change that are playing themselves out around us, how we as teachers relate to them, how the subjects we teach relate to them, and how our learners and our students must relate to them. There are multiple waves of change that must be at the forefront of our thinking and our consciousness as teachers at present. And I want to focus quickly on just three that I believe are critically important at this juncture: social change, climate change, technological change. The South African Social Change Project is still underway. It's a work in progress. We are yet a young, some say adolescent democracy, going through several growing pains. We have to work actively as teachers against the range of injustices that still continue to prevail 25 years after the demise of the apartheid state. As teachers, we have to contribute to building a socially just society. My personal view is that teaching has to take a stand. Teaching cannot be neutral. Teaching is either for something or it's against something. What can we do as teachers to eradicate the scourge of violence against women and children? How do we ensure our schools and education institutions are safe places, intellectual spaces, spaces to explore and grow? How do we as teachers counter the racist and the xenophobic narratives and practices that are on the rise across all sectors of society? Teachers are called to be social change activists who must contribute to building the South Africa we all dream of. Climate change is not a fallacy. I'm sure that all reasonable thinking people would agree with this statement. In South Africa and in Africa, the reality is staring us in the face on a daily basis. It is therefore mind-boggling that we still have detractors who question this, and powerful leaders and countries who hesitate to commit to and to work for sustainable development. They are putting our very existence at risk. The signs are all around us, visible to all, except those who choose not to see. Global average temperatures are on the rise, ice caps are melting, sea levels are rising, increasing water scarcity. In the Eastern Cape, it is day 0 today, and it's going to be day 0 tomorrow. Food shortages, natural disasters such as runaway fires on the one hand, massive flooding on the other. Last year, we experienced severe droughts. This year, we are experiencing severe floods and cyclones. The list goes on. We cannot continue to live in ways that are exerting enormous pressure on this natural world and that are leading to the climate change and its multiple effects that we are already experiencing. As teachers, we have to integrate the theme of sustainable development through all our curricula and our teaching. Our children have to be better at looking after the earth than we are. As teachers, we are called to be sustainable development activists. Throughout the history of humankind, we have had to deal with technological change. I think it can be said that humankind are the dominant species because of our ability to change. But up to now, change has been evolutionary rather than revolutionary. The change we are faced with now is much more rapid, much more far-reaching, much more intense, much more exponential. Think of how rapidly we've moved from dial-type telephones to the smart cell phones you have in your pockets today. There are no doubt many more sophisticated examples we can think of. Machines are integrating into every aspect of our lives. Every aspect of life is changing, teaching and learning included. Digital pedagogies, not so long ago, the preserve of the innovative teacher, is now a fundamental requirement of every teacher. We've always known that teachers cannot simply be conveyors of information. Computers can do that. Robots can do that. The internet can do that. In an era of rapid technological change, teachers have to be more than robots, more than the internet. We need teachers who are empathetic, teachers who care, teachers who can instill values, teachers who can work in and with digital environments, teachers who can help develop lifelong, autonomous, self-directed learners. Who can help to develop learners who can operate effectively in a cyber-social society. I can't see a day in the future when us as teachers will be replaced by robots, if we can be those kind of teachers. If we can't, then the robots are coming. As teachers, we are called to be at the forefront of technological change in the teaching and learning arena. I'm sure that we have many amongst our graduates today that are the social change activists, the sustainable development activists, and the technologically capable teachers who are working actively to take our country forward. We salute you and wish you well on your further teaching and learning journeys, along which we have no doubt you will continue to contribute immensely to the development and success of learners in your care. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Green, for that poignant message to the graduates today and to all of us. May we please give him another round of applause. So at this point, I take into cognizance what Shakespeare reminded us about the beauty of music and ensuring that it's not just our heads and minds to discerning the future and the present that we live in, that Dr. Green and the Vice Chancellor has reminded us. So we're at the point where we can ensure that our souls are also fed. Today we have a lady who was born in Soweto, Sibongile Mngoma. She has been described as a natural diva since a young age. She's been schooled in KwaZulu-Natal. She started studying towards a law degree at the University of Zululand, but the call for creative arts led to her moving to the University of Cape Town, where she concluded a Bachelor of Arts degree and went to study an honors in drama in education. She completed her opera training at South African College of Music under the tutelage and mentorship of Professor Angelo Gobato and Sarita Stern. And at the prestigious Accademia Musicale Chigiana in Italy, Siena. So if I butchered the pronunciation, I'll go and learn Italian soon. She was awarded top honors and is a respected voice teacher, vocal coach, vocal rehabilitation expert, and was one of the finalists in the Rolex Foundation Mentor Protégé program for 2004-2005 with Jesse Norman. To perform Miriam Makeba Medley, arranged by Angelo Moki and Wayne Lowe, ladies and gentlemen, let me please welcome Sibongile Mngoma.
Rocks on the mountainside. Meet me at the river where the early morning sunshine lights up the valley green.
Sibongile. As I said, Sibongile was going to help us to make sense through our hearts, our movements, and our souls in concert with what had been shared with us before. So I'd like, in the African tradition of the woman that she celebrates, whose music, but whose talent blessed the whole world, I'd like to request all those who know how to do Mukholukwane to do it, just for a second. Mukholukwane bomme. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And now I'd like to call upon the principal of South Campus, Professor Daniela Kotsie, to present the candidates this afternoon. Professor Daniela Kotsie, you're welcome.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the privilege of requesting you to award certificates and diplomas to the candidates that I introduced to you. Advanced Certificate in Foundation Phase Teaching. Baloye G. And the Certificate with Distinction. Dichabe S.L. Dimema B. Dlamini BP. Gumbi B. Kabini MJN. Koboko KP and the Certificate with Distinction. Khoro JK. Kanyile SV and the Certificate with Distinction. Kumalu DW. Kumalu X. Kunene NA. Lebeya ND. Mabule SS and the Certificate with Distinction. Machetela MM. Mahonkwa TE. Shaba SP. Makuvele ND and the Certificate with Distinction. Mapale RD. Matebula BN. Matebula EB. Matebula TF. Maseku L.E. Mhlungwana A.Z. and the certificate with distinction. Mdebele B.E. Mtambu AP and the certificate with distinction. Mtambu DB. Mtambu SG. Mwatli FM and a certificate with distinction. Mofokeng MM and a certificate with distinction. Mofokeng MM. Mokhane LM. Mongwe TT. Monyela RC. Mtolo DE. Mgonzweni RK and the certificate with distinction. Khumani BG. Ngwenya LQ. Nhlapu DM. Nhlapu LP and the certificate with distinction. Ngatu L. Nkomo SP and the certificate with distinction. Tsingila TE and the certificate with distinction. Ntuli LA. Pitsu MG. Ramulacha MR. Sebejo MA. Shabangu RB and the certificate with distinction. Pungula NI. Shepherd C and the certificate with distinction. Similani BM. Sitole MS. Vilakazi LP. Vilakazi P. and the certificate with distinction. Rimba LN. Zibani in and the certificate with distinction. Zita A.N. Ziyasho N.E. and the certificate with distinction. Zwani Z.K. Sitole N.M. Advanced Certificate in FET Life Sciences Teaching. Mkize M.R. Mohane H.S. Advanced Certificate in Intermediate Phase Teaching with English First Additional Language and Life Skills. Banda M.A. Keresiane M.G. and a certificate with distinction. Kona N.H. Manghena T.R. It's okay. Masina E.S. It's okay. Mitchell L.D. It's okay, you can go. Makeba B.A. Ndlovo N.P. Nkabinde A.N. Nkosi N.E. Nkwana D.M. Nobela E.N. Nyandeni H.T. Parker M.J. Pufolo E.B. Reddy S. and a certificate with distinction. Shabalala L.E. Sibandi P.M. Advanced Certificate in Intermediate Phase Teaching with English First Additional Language and Mathematics. Buthelezi P.S. Chawane R.M. Okay. Dlamini, I.L. Harejani, N.K. Lazani, D.Q. Ikeleng, O.J. Yujani, A. It's okay. Ledwaba, R.S. and the certificate with distinction. Lekuleni, H.N. Mahlake, M.F. Makafola, N.S. Maseku, L.M. Mashile, T.M. Mayekisa, K. It's okay. Nkwambe, T.N. Nklavule, I.B. and a certificate with distinction. Nkawanazi, SF. Ndaweni, BB. Ngomezulu, MAP. Ngomezulu, PT. Monyamane, TC. Moraba, TB. Mtsweni, AJ. Mjeni, RBM, and the certificate with distinction. Nkosi, FC. Nkosi, NP, and the certificate with distinction. Nkosi, TA. Njembe, SN. Pala, ZL. Posa, CD. Sangweni, BS. Sekrubela, ML. Sibambo, NR. Sondezi, ZI. Songo, PF. Shabalala, AP. Vilane, FB. Advanced Certificate in Intermediate Phase Teaching with English First Additional Language and Natural Sciences and Technology. Kumalu, BE. Mashlangu, SM. Manyisa, OT. Masechla, ME. Matibula, JN. Mbata, NSH. Ntlulu, SM. Magabi, PP, and a certificate with distinction. Mohafe, M. Ntembu, KM. Nkobe, PN. Nkobese, BS. Nkubane, AT. Ngowinya, ML. Nhlengetwa, SE. Nkosi, LE. Sekhahe, IP. Sitole, A. Twala Mafuso, CLF. Advanced Certificate in Intermediate Phase Teaching with English First Additional Language and Social Sciences. Bendlela, TE, and the certificate with distinction. Kubai, ED. Leto, TA. Lechloma, KS. Maduna, NP. Mahumane, ZG. Matibela, VG. Chunu, PV. Mohamise, MM. Tobejane, TG. Chaka SL. Kalaku KS. Mashlaba R. Go. Masemola SJ. Mashile MC. Matibula MM. Nkosi NP and the certificate with distinction. Ramaoka SW. Shipalana LM and a certificate with distinction. Usinga ML. Advanced certificate in senior phase English, first additional language teaching. Dathi S and the certificate with distinction. Ntungwa SWM. Ndala FR. Advanced certificate in senior phase life orientation teaching. Mashlakazela MT. Masuku BP. Matibe NM and the certificate with distinction. Mboweni TC. Advanced certificate in senior phase mathematics teaching. Shebekulu TK. Dlamini NS. Mabunda BP. Madikwa V. Mahlangu NC. Manana SC. Mapanga CB. Maseku TE. Masemola NB. Mashele DR. Mashele SV. Ndwandwe PN. Nkosi BS. Nkosi ZM. Sambu, AT. It's okay. Sibande, AS. Advanced Certificate in Senior Phase, Natural Sciences Teaching. Makushe, M. Okay. Malepe, MS. Shololo, TL. Advanced Certificate in Senior Phase, Social Sciences Teaching. Masemula, DF. Ndawe, YP. National Professional Diploma in Education, Grade R and Foundation Phase. Bengu, JB. Bojana, VV. Buthelezi, ZN. Cesar, NA. Shabangu, LT. Choke, HM. Dilebu, CM. Gladla, PN. Keselu, C. Komedi, TN. It's okay. Loshana, NM. Jacobs, MS. Kabine, BK. Kanye, RM. Kumalu, MP. Kumalu, ZM. Kotelu, AT. Lebia, MM. Makeba, M. Lekokwane, RK. Lubede, TC. Bandla, P. Mabosa, N. Machika, MZ. Madi NW. Maepa DW. Majola NO. Makrubedu CM. Malatliana MC. Mawane BN. Mapike MA. Marupela MA. Masete NS. Masuku HT. Matabata MO. Matonsi RG. Mazibuku NV. Mbata NSP. Mkhwane MJ. Nguena HO. Mkuzu N. It's a bit slow. Okay. Madi HA. Ngewu LN. Mokware KVI. Modisele LD. Modonghua NM. Monet NA. Motale NJ. Tetwa IL. Nchwene R. Mzondi ZO. Nambane LN. Ndlovo NP. Ndoko N. Nemetoka, R.A. Nkatzingu, N. Nekemele, N.L. Nkose, T.C. Nobinjana, N.J. Ntayiya, Z.P. Ntupi, S.M. Nchangase, S.H. Nkumalo, H.P. Parker, M.D. Pasha, N.G. Pora, M.J. Seatulali, M.A. Shamase, K.L. Serudiko, M.C. Sitole, N.P. Sodidi, N. Twala, Z.V. Sikovele, T.P. Vimbi, N.G. Zikode, N.W. Zondu, F.N. Zondu, N.S. Zulu, D.I. Zulu, N.N. National Professional Diploma in Education, Intermediate Phase. Abrams, V.L. Bembe, M.A. Pokloko, S.M. Duiker, E. Gatsai, R.J. Gugushe, N.L. Khadebe, S.V. Ketsekile F.I. Katla M. Kati W.S. Kumalu P.M. Kumalu P.L.N. Koloko M.J. Lushaba Z.V. Makeba M.T. Madibilala M.G. Mabocha M.J. Madigizela N. Makalima O.N. Malataliana B.J. Moeng N.M.K. Marakabe A.M. Mashabane B.M. Mati N.P. Matendra W.N. Matlakeng E.P. Mbuyeleni P.N. Duchane O.U. Nkuzo M. Mambeni V. Mohale M.A. Moshabula K.J. Mzize N. Ndlovo SP. Ndlovo TG. Ndwanwe NT. Ngubane L. Ngubani SN. Nkuma S. Ngabindi, KNP. Nkosi, ZI. Go. Ntuntuza, IS. Patu, BZ. Sefali, SI. Sekatile, MIP. Selu, M. Smith, NS. Shabalala, BA. Solo, MM. Webster, LK. Zulu, FPZ. Zungu, SG. National Professional Diploma in Education, Senior Phase Languages. Dlamini, WT. National Professional Diploma in Education, Senior Phase Mathematics and Natural Sciences, or Technology with specialization in Natural Sciences. Nshangaze, J. Fufolo, L.
Well, I think we can give them another hand of applause. Well done. Okay, well done. Before I'm going to afternoon, I just would like to upfront give a word of thanks, first of all, to our guest speaker, Dr. Whitty Green from the Department of Higher Education and Training, for, I think, a wonderful message. A message that brings across probably also the responsibility of specifically our recipients of our diplomas and certificates this afternoon. The role that there's an expectation that you would be playing in the classroom in relation to social cohesion, in relation to making sure that there's a social fabric back in our society, but also to look at the challenges, what's happening globally in the form of climate change, but also in the form of technological advancements, which effectively dictate the future world of work. And I think he brought across that message in a very clear and articulate manner, and is something that is not only going to be useful to you as teachers in the classroom, but also to us as academics, as administrators within the institutions of higher learning, but also in society in general. Witty, thank you very much for that powerful message. Then the campus principal, Professor Daniela Coetzee, I was looking from where I was standing and say, well, this is a lot of pressure on the high heels or short heels that she were wearing this afternoon. But she did a fantastic job, and I think we should give her a hand of applause. But I also would like to take this opportunity to say farewell to Daniela Coetzee. Daniela will be retiring at the end of this year from the University of the Free State after 35 years of service to the university. Yeah, and I think we should give a hand of applause. She started off in the Faculty of Education, and most of her contributions has been in the space of education. She also went to the South Campus and developed effectively not only the strategy, but what the South Campus is all about today. She's been focusing very much a lot of her attention on open and distance learning, and she really has shifted the thinking of the University of the Free State in that regard, to such an extent that we have developed, or in the process of develop, a full-blooded, clearly articulated, well thought through online strategy for the University of the Free State, and that we believe that there is such a lot of contribution that we need to make towards education within South Africa, but also on the continent. And where she has put the University of the Free State, that platform that she has laid will put us in a very, very good position to be able to deliver on this mandate. Daniela, thank you very much for 35 years of committed service, dedication, and I know that you have, in all of these 35 years, put the university first. So I want to wish you well on your retirement. You can now do the things that you want to do, but I know that you will still continue to do some work in the online space. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a warm hand for Daniela Coetzee. Thank you. Coming back to our recipients of diplomas and certificates this afternoon, I think you probably would be the first people that would say that your achievements this afternoon would not have been possible if there was not the support of your loved ones. Those people that is part of the family, part of the larger community, a friend that laid a hand, and just to say, there is support, we know you can make it. And I would like you to stand up and give a warm, wonderful, loud applause to those loved ones that sit in the audience. So if you can stand up and show your appreciation to them. All right, thank you. But I believe you would also agree with me that those aren't the only people that supported you during these years as you were studying and working towards your qualification. There are also people that we call academics that's sitting here on my right and on my left. People that are committed to also to make sure that you succeed. Sometimes you might thought that, goodness, why are they there? Because they're putting a lot of pressure on you. But I think ultimately, those are the people that you also should say thank you. So I would like you to stand up again and give a heart applaud and a show your appreciation for the work that they have done. I think you can do better than that. So, thank you, thank you. I often use this platform also from my personal perspective and on behalf of the executive to say publicly my appreciation to our academics that's sitting here on my right and on my left. Universities are often looked at, rightly or wrongly, in terms of the quality of the institution, and is linked to the academics or the brain trust of the university. They are people that not only have a 5 or 8 to 5 job, that their time actually expend into the evenings, over weekends, holidays, and those are individuals that are immensely committed to make sure that we not only have a quality curriculum, but that the content that you learn are content that they research, are content that they make sure are future looking, and are content that are tested, so that you be able, when you get your qualification, can practice that in your classroom, but also can talk about that. And I would like personally from my side, and on behalf of the platform party, would like to say thank you for the dedication and commitment for our academic staff. But the academic staff are not the only staff at our university. We also have got a category called support staff. And in most institutions, as in the case of the University of the Free State, our support staff is double that of our academic staff. They are the people that you probably won't see that visible. They're often in the background. But they are the people that make sure that ceremonies such as this are running fluently. They are the people that making sure that our staff and our students are secure on campus. They are the people that look after our students in residences. They are the people that look at the examination office, at the registration office, and to make sure that all of those things that we expect and just assume will function normally and without any interruption or disturbance. They are the people that we call support staff. So I also would like all of us to put our hands together for our support staff at the university. Graduates, now that you have got your diploma and your certificates, you actually become alumni of the University of the Free State. We have got on our alumni roll close to 130,000 alumni, and not only in South Africa, but all around the world. And I often say alumni, and they belong to what we call the convocation of the university, is the continuity between the past, the present, and the future. You will have to make sure that the type of quality of education that you have received from the University of the Free State, that is the quality that is maintained at least, but that there is an enhancement in that quality. You have to let us know when you believe that we are not operating or functioning in the interest of our society. You are the people that also have to tell us when we do things right. And therefore, we would like to maintain that contact with you. We would like you to show your interest in this university. We would like you to become an ambassador of the University of the Free State. And I believe that is what we will get from you, because you are interested in this institution. You want to make sure that this institution function at the most and the highest level that it could. So let us stay in contact. Let us get and make sure that your addresses and your email and your cell phone numbers are up to date, because we also would like to come in and get some finances from you at some stage. And therefore, we need to make sure that that information is correct. But finally, as Dr. Whitty Green has indicated, I would like you to go out there and make this planet, this country, a better place. Congratulations again. So, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the proceedings for this afternoon. The university takes great pleasure in inviting all graduates and the guests to the EXR to the east of this venue, where there will be tea, coffee, and juice that will be served. Jeannie Marais, accompanied by the Graduation Instrumental Ensemble under the direction of Anton Estreicher, will shortly lead us in the singing of the national anthem. After that, you are requested to remain standing while the congregation is dissolved and the main and academic processions leave the hall. Can I ask you to please rise? By virtue of the power vested in me as Rector and Vice-Chancellor, I hereby dissolve the congregation of the University of the Free State.